Okay, we're extending this podcast, part 2, because we're on a very interesting topic and there's just so much that can be said about it.
No, there's the only one thing to say. The law of self says you must claim who and what you are. And then the law of attraction will respond to that. But you must say who and what you are. So don't walk into a room apologizing. That's all.
Well, you know, this brings up lots of questions, and I suppose that's what I meant when I was saying this.
I know, I'm just like that.
I know you are. One struggle a lot of people have is that we're told, and there seems to be some truth to it, that there are...
I hear a lie in the forming. Go on.
Okay. That, you know, we shouldn't be so egotistic. That there are some people that all they care about is
and
themselves.
There's the lie.
But is there a difference between authentic and an inauthentic person who is...
If you have that belief that being focused on yourself is egotistical, I say to you, be smart about it. Go research it a little. Some of the most benevolent people, not necessarily the most influential or the most powerful, but the most benevolent, they can be quite powerful too. But some of the most benevolent people in your experiential life system are very, very generous. They do a lot of very wonderful things for others, for your world if you like, and they are having to abide by the law of self. They are all about themselves first. I explain this as when you're on an airplane, they say to you, if the oxygen mask drops, put it on yourself first. Why? Because the moment you don't have enough oxygen and you get loopy, you're no longer any good to anyone. Be selfish if that's what you want to call it. Put the oxygen mask on. Take care of yourself. My friend here has 8 homes. We were just talking about that, and he wants the 9th. Do you know what he does with 7 of those homes? He provides a good home for people. That is benevolent. My point is, he's taking care of himself first, if you want to call it that, and for some of their homes, they have never raised the rent, and they always take care of them. They're benevolent. I don't give a shit whether or not you're selfish. I care whether or not you feel good about yourself. Because the real trick, my friend, is be selfish left, right, and center. If you're benevolent, you're fantastic. And if you know how to tell the universe who it is that you are, you're putting yourself on a great track. And my friends, if you don't have the great confidence that you see in me to tell the universe who you are, start with small things. Wake up in the morning, look in the mirror and say, I am a great person. Say it softly. Then tomorrow, tune it up a little. And then the day after, tune it up a little. Why? Why not? Because you want to build yourself up. That's what you're here doing. That's called expanding yourself. One of the greater troubles, challenges, this is something we see people trip on all of the time, is false arrogance. It's a false sense. There are so many friends out there that go like this. No, I'm confident. The thing is, if you know anything about body language, that negated the statement in and of itself. And they say, I know what I'm doing. I could do it. I'm great at this. But their body language negates it. My friends, check yourself, because it isn't your ability to say something. You can all read. You can all say statements left, right, and center. It is the energy of what you're saying. I know that I have some friends that can't look in the mirror and say, I am a great cosmic being. I understand that. But what I'm saying is, it is the energy underneath it. Because you can lie and you can fool other people. And a part of you thinks that if you can fool other people, you have fooled the universe. But there's no such thing. Because you all mask everything that is with different things. You mask energy with language. And then you think that if you pull the language on someone and you get them to believe the language, your energy will be in the right place. Now, this is subconscious, I know, but it doesn't work. Why? Because the universe is energy. So it's almost like saying, I want you to go to Spain. I want you to speak English, and then you'll trick them into thinking something different. Wait, I think I said that wrong. My point is, you can't go and speak the language and fool the universe, because the universe hears what you're saying. The universe is you. You know what you are. You know what you're saying. And you can't pull that over yourself. You can pull it over other people. So, the thing you really want to do is you want to stop and you want to say, who am I? And you can say who you are and be something different every moment if you like. Who am I? I am a homeowner. I am a wonderful father. And when you say whatever you say you are, my friend, you want to look at the energy of it. You want to look at the feeling of it. Do you believe yourself? And most importantly, is that therefore what you are experiencing? Because you can say, I'm God's gift to the world, but if your life is shit, clearly you're not the gift to anyone. If life is not what you want it to be, you are not what you want you to be. And that's a statement you can take to the bank, because that is true through and through. That is the bottom line. I guess I like that saying.
What you're talking about, though, is really the crux, one of the most difficult things, though. And that is that if you look at 90% of people out there that are quote-unquote successful, they tell themselves, I'm the greatest, I'm the best, I'm wonderful. Yeah, when I go home and I'm alone, my life feels like crap, maybe my relationship isn't that good, but I'm successful. And it seems to me that the universe is listening to that and does reflect that success back.
Agreed.
But the problem is people are still so wounded, they're still in their conditioning so cut off from who they really are.
Agreed.
That it's difficult. I mean, many people try affirmations and say, I'm wonderful, I'm great, but it never works. Because
Agreed.
It's more than just telling yourself that.
Yes.
It's really finding that part of who you are, that cosmic being that you are. And that's the big challenge.
You are absolutely right, my friend. And if you say, I am successful, you are cosmic, you are successful. You can't not be, even though I know I have a lot of friends who experience a lack of success. That's because you're saying you're not successful. So everything that you say you are even a contradiction. So someone says they're successful, and yes, my friend, that is the law of self, and then the law of attraction brings it right back and they experience that success. And it's not until they spend enough time alone going, wait, that they start to change their mind, that they realize that maybe their definition of success isn't everything that they want it to be. Now, I'll say to you, my friends who are more aware and who recognize that everything is not what they want it to be, but they want to improve their lives, they are wise, because it is the wise person who can see beyond the words, beyond just success or money, see deeper. As I said, deeper into energy is everything. If your life, all of your life, isn't the way you see yourself, really, the way you want to see yourself, then you are not seeing what is you. You're not seeing you. And I do have friends or future friends who go under that shroud. No, I am successful. They convince themselves that everything is great. But my friend, they are setting themselves up for finding out sooner or later. And when they find out, it is much harder because they have been lying to themselves all along. But I don't think our conversation necessarily applies to them, because they are not ready to own the cosmic being that they are. And they're therefore not anyone I can really have a conversation with. I like to speak with my friends who recognize that there's something more, recognize that it's time to stop the secret. It's time to live the secret, if you will. It's time to come out of that and be a great cosmic being. And friends who want to look in the mirror, because yes, this system will allow you to fool yourself. Experience fooling yourself, and there's no one to stop it. That is the beauty of the system. It lets you go through that if that's what you choose or prefer.
Well, that's wonderful. You know, it's very inspiring speaking with you, Zazoo, because it helps, and I think anybody listening, if you really open, it helps us tap into that bigger part of who we are.
It should, because you are, and as I speak, that's what it's meant to do.
What would you suggest for people who are, and I know you've already addressed this, but maybe you could address it a little bit more, who have a sense of who they are, but due to their beliefs, due to their conditioning, due to all the lies they live in society, and all what their people tell them, reality doesn't reflect that.
Well, my friend, that's easy. That's not my department, now is it? That's your department, and that's Miss Kalen's department. You all have 105 different ways to help people with that kind of thing. Because I would say, you know that I don't come out of intent. When you know that you are more than you are experiencing, I say, you know it, but you're not in the knowing. You're not really believing it. You aren't really connecting with it, and you need to connect with it more. If you'd like, meditate more. If you'd like, stare in the mirror more. See yourself, because that just translates to what happens when I know I'm more than I am seeing. But you're not seeing it. You're not really seeing it. You know you're not seeing it. That's what you're saying to me. Mm-hmm. And it's true, you're not seeing it. So you need to shift that around, and that is your department. So my department, my friend, is to really, I'm intentional. I don't leave intentionality, and I don't go into the 105 ways to get to it. I would very much say, really meditate, really look at who you are, because one of the things that happens is, give me a quick example of knowing that you're more, not experiencing it kind of thing.
Well, say I wanted a relationship, and I've been trying for years to get the ideal relationship, but every time I get the relationship, it just sucks.
Here's what happened. That was a perfect setup. Generally, often what happens is it goes into this, but every time it sucks. So now energetically, the energy language you are really speaking is suck. It's a low vibration. It is not that magnetic vibration. And you are saying, I know that I should have a relationship, but I suck. Well, what universe is going to condone that? What kind of love is that? So instead, because you're lacking your intent. That's not who you are. So you forget the past. And I know that your system is set up so that it's hard for you to forget the past. But you go in the mirror, you go into a meditation, whatever you want, and you say, I am a romantic. I am a relationship person. I am someone who is meant to be in relationship. Universe. I am relationship. Now, you've already said 4 statements that are a lot more than every time I get into a relationship, it sucks. You have really already begun to change it, but that already is a different intentionality. So what happens is my friends stay with it sucks. They feel bad because it sucks. They feel bad because they've lowered their energy because they're not being who they are. And then they don't even want to think about it. And then they get upset because they don't have a relationship. Now the dog is chasing its tail. It sucks. I hate not having it. How could you hate not having something sucky? So it spins lower and lower. Instead, be intentional, my friends. Talk to yourself about, there are already 4 things, about how you are a lover, about the positive side of yourself, the cosmic side of yourself. Love is everything. I am love. It's impossible for me not to have a relationship. I am going to have a fun relationship. I'm going to let myself enjoy people, enjoy the kind of person I want to attract. I'm going to be friendly. Let's see. If I am a lover, what about me? What 3 things are there about me? Am I friendly? Am I a good listener? Am I a good traveling companion? What am I? Ask yourself, bring these things forward, because now look at the energy. Now look at what I am telling the universe that I am. Law of self. You are telling the universe who and what you are. If you say you suck, the universe will honor that. As I say, the universe says, as you wish, it is my pleasure. That is what the universe always responds to you. Instead, you say, all right, it has sucked. Let's have a different page. I am meant to have a relationship. Who am I in a relationship? I am very generous with compliments. I'm so good at finding beauty, at finding something to love about myself, because I cannot love it about another until I love it about myself, about life. And now your intention is in a different direction. And now I have really given you a method, even though I said it wasn't my department. But I told you, I am all about intention. I never lose my intention. You all lose your intention. If you are saying relationships sucks, you're getting dramatic. The minute you're dramatic, you are not in yourself. You are outside of your intention, and I do not have conversations with such. You stay in your intention, however small it may be. If you have great discomfort about relationship, you stay small. Enjoy first a relationship with an animal who will love you no matter what. And find the love in yourself, because that's where it grows. Because when you find the love in yourself, you're telling the universe, look, I'm a little love. Tomorrow I'll be a little more.
Well, thank you, Zazoo. As always, that's very inspirational, and we really appreciate you coming forward.
My friends, it's all who and what you really are. More than inspiration. I'm glad it's inspiration, but it's who and what you are. And this is going to mark, my friend, the beginning of a new kind of awakening. And you already know, there are already young children who know who they are. There is no telling them something else. And that is because it is time. It is time for all of you to tap into the great cosmic being that you are.
And on that note, we bid you adieu, but please ask any questions you'd like.
Share who you are.
Share who you are, and time permitting, we'll address the questions here. And I think you'll like the answer Zazoo has. So until next time, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you keep up to date on all the new podcasts we're doing right now. And we will see you in the next episode.
Until next time, my friends.